My God, neighbors, y'all gotta get in here and check this out. It is looking like Drake has had enough of this song Not Like Us playing. Him and Jay Prince are being
My God, neighbors, you all got to get in here and check this out. It is looking like Drake has had enough of this song. Not Like Us playing him and Jay Prince are being accused of banning Not Like Us from being played in Houston clubs. I'm a DJ touchdown. Back in Houston, know what I mean? We've been in Las Vegas taking care of business. Know what I mean? Taking name, I messed up when Young started sending old out. And just because this little idiot won a few cash, he made all of you who's meant to be real go after his mission. This isn't issue, Jay Prince. It's another day of Drake taking L's. So, according to the newest allegations, Jay Prince and Drake might have had a falling out. But Jay Prince ain't no amateur. He didn't leave Drake to fend for himself. So, what is it then? Well, Prince is apparently extorting him for money, and Mase is spilling the tea. But wait, how did Mase enter the situation? Well, he recently butted heads with Jay Prince, and he's using the opportunity to expose Prince's skeleton. According to him, the music mogul had the time to send a warning his way. But where was he during Drake's beef with Dot? Well, according to the picture Mase is painting, Jay Prince was slacking off while getting paid in full. Just how is Jay Prince extorting Drake? Has he really been reduced to a puppet? And is Ma going to be safe after pulling a move like this on one of the most notorious record executives in the hip-hop industry? Let's find out. I saw this going in a place that I feel would have ended his career if Drake would have put out the song Drake Makes Desperate Moves. So this all started after Drake ended up in the headlines. Apparently, he banned Not Like Us from being played in Houston. To be fair, fans, don't blame the dude. At this point, Drake probably hears the song in his sleep. But you got to admit, going as far as to ban the song in a city does seem a little petty. So did Drake really do it, or was it all just rumors? Well, DJ Airy responded to a tweet discussing Drake's move by writing, "Yeah, I've already gotten in trouble a few times for playing it at some clubs when another person says, 'What does trouble mean?' And I'm actually curious to know what does trouble mean too. Like, was she verbally reprimanded? Was she not paid? Like, what happened, girl? We need more details." And after that, we got more reports. One person said that clubs like CXT Comp and Prospect Park were some of the ones that didn't allow Dot's track to be played. What DJ Ari probably didn't expect was her tweet to go viral. And when the situation got out of hand with people clowning Drake for stooping so low, Ari decided to break her silence, and guess what she had to say? She posted an Instagram story with the caption, "Headlines can be misleading. Drake and Jay Prince never told me not to play the song. Promoters and people who respect those guys told me not to, and it was understood." But ladies and gentlemen, no one expected Drake and Jay Prince to actually give out the orders personally. Of course, there will be a middleman. One user stated, "Wait, who TF thought Drake and Jay Prince were personally instructing them not to play it?" Also, we know they didn't do it directly. They had people do it for them, obviously. But that's not what I want you to focus on here. The issue in the room isn't the fact that Drake didn't want us banned in Houston, but rather the reality that he had to utilize his own connections and money to make it happen. I mean, what happened to all those mob ties that he was boasting about? What happened to Jay Prince? Where was he during the beef? It appears that Jay Prince may have seized Drake's money and made a dash for it. Jay Prince and Drake's long history. See, Jay Prince and Drake have been in the same boat for years now. Back in 2007, Jay Prince's son, Jazz Prince, who was only 19 years old at the time, went looking for an artist to bring under his wing, and that's when he came across Drake's MySpace page. Prince Jr. apparently liked what he saw, and before Drake could fully make sense of what was happening, he was on a plane to Houston. Jazz put him and Lil Wayne in the same room, and the rest, as they say, was history. The young Canadian rapper with big dreams signed a deal with Cash Money and Aspire Music Group, with Prince reserving the right to 33% of the rapper's money. To be truthful, things were not always smooth between the two sides. Prince even filed a lawsuit against the two companies, saying that he wasn't compensated. But Drake and Prince never let the financial or legal issues come between their friendship, regardless of the troubles they kept hanging out. And I know what you're thinking, these two are good friends, but that's not a UCJ. Prince came from nothing. He grew up living a dangerous life on the streets of the Bloody Nickel apartments in Houston, surrounded by illegal substances and weapons. Safe to say he knows how to throw a punch or two. So one of the reasons Drake kept it cool with Jay Prince all those years was because he needed protection. We all know Drake's no gangster. I mean, compared to his American counterparts, the dude's pretty vanilla. But Drake does move around in the US. And the streets are not exactly safe, especially for someone like the Canadian rapper who's made enemies along the way. And this is where J Prince comes in J Prince's tyrannical rule. You see, after 40 years of being active in the industry, J Prince is looked at as someone who shouldn't be messed with. But even though he discovered Drake, he wouldn't be giving out his services for free. Like most folks, J Prince goes where the money is, and so it's highly expected that Drake had J Prince on the payroll to fight his battles. I know you think this is probably far-fetched, but this has been going on in the hip-hop industry for years now. The dark side of hip-hop. Even Kanye West didn't have a choice but to give in to the system back in the day. Things kind of went sideways for him. Why during his trip to Philadelphia, he may act behind a camera, but no one thinks of Kanye as a thug. Instead, he's more of a suburban rapper. And that's why Ye had to call in an expert to deal with the situation. Surprisingly, that person turned out to be Beanie Sigel, who later went on to talk about it. Kanye was lucky enough to get out of there because Rick Ross sure wasn't. The rapper was said to perform at Detroit's Hot 107.5 Summer Jams concert back in 2014. But he wasn't allowed to enter the city because he was surrounded by a total of 100 individuals. The stakes were high, according to program director Jay Hicks. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm going to be real as F. We had Rick Ross right outside here tonight at about 11 Tesla when he was pulling up to come into Cheney Park. He was met by 100 individuals outside. We have tried to pull every resource together and asked him to come back. He is in fear of his life. He may never return to DT. But why was Rick Ross denied entry? Because he did not get permission from Detroit native Trick on his track No Fly Zone. The rapper said, "I'm just a phone call away. Come in without permission. I don't want to hear what you have to say." But Rick did not take his words seriously and paid the price in the form of public humiliation. Trick even admitted to messing with Rick, telling Billboard to all those who want to know what the no-fly zone is, please go to 117 on this video and quote me there. This is what they call checking in, and over the years it remains a central part of the hip-hop industry. Of course, fans don't approve of it. One person commented, "Checking in is the dumbest to me." Taylor Swift and Bruno Mars ain't checking in, neither is the Walmart and McDonald's that they're building to be there for a long time. But these dudes got the nerve to tell a rapper trying to feed multiple people with their talent that they have to pay you for performing their talent to people who live there. I can't get behind that it legit be your own people, but despite people raising their voices, things haven't changed. And J Prince actually managed to turn this into an opportunity of a lifetime for himself over the years. The record executive has made it a point to protect the rappers under his wing. Think of him as a bodyguard. Back in the day, NBA Youngboy had his house robbed. And J Prince posted a video with his stolen items playing "Bro Back Here." He coming on the guys we taking everything like they even have my $20 and the things. But each now a lot of folks think that J Prince was doing Youngboy a solid by getting his things back. But you see, it's not that black and white. Turns out that some fans think that J Prince was the one who staged the robbery since Youngboy didn't pay his respects to him. Heck, NBA Youngboy even ranted about the situation relationships. I don't respect none of this guy. If you have stuff for me, man, they have plenty around me. You could phone, man. There's plenty.